Welcome to the show, guys. Joseph Robert, the fantasy football counselor, going to be diving into NFL Week 10. I can't believe Week 10, we're going to be talking about spreads. We're going to be talking about fantasy spin. We're going to be talking everything, open discussion with Tanner Pfeiffer for NFL Fantasy Football Week 10 and realities to get you guys prepared. Just open discussion here. Super fun. The show is brought to you by mybookie.ag. Guys, enhance that game watching experience. We are talking spreads. We are talking who we think is going to win. That could help you a lot on mybookie.ag. Use promo code FFC upon sign up and you can double your first deposit. This is the site I like to use, mybookie.ag. Head on over there right now, guys. Use promo code FFC and I'm going to enter you guys in some card draws, including some Pat Mahomes cards. All you got to do is mybookie.ag, promo code FFC. You're entered for these card draws. And again, enhance that game watching experience. Also, I got to plug them, manscaped.com. Use promo code SHOWERLION, guys. This is what I use, guys. And I've been using the shampoo. Tanner, welcome to the show. I'm going to get you on here. I got to tell you my story here.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, welcome. Thanks for having me.
Listen, I've honestly been using the shampoo and conditioner, and it's been phenomenal. And the body wash, it smells really, really nice. I got to send some over to you, Tanner, honestly.
I need it. Who doesn't?
You look like you need a shower there, right? I'm joking. Manscaped.com, shower lion. All right, let's dive in. Week 10, Tanner, how have you been, man? What's new?
What's new? Well, this morning, right before we started the show, Cam Newton is visiting with the Panthers. Possible reunion happening there, but that's really the only new news. Nothing on OBJ yet. But other than that, I've been great. Just been busy. Just grinding, man. Grinding.
Odell Beckham, still no signing yet, right? I mean, there's so much hype about a guy that's done nothing for 5 years. It's crazy. It gets under my skin.
Well, I think it's just because it's, week 10 of the NFL season. You don't really see a player with this much buzz around his name ever really hit the waiver wires, especially mid-season. So I think that's why.
Something to talk about, right?
It's just something to talk about. It keeps the reporters busy. It's a news story.
It's a buzz thing, right? Keeps the news going. And then the thing with Cam, like you just mentioned, it's like, by the way, we're going to preview all the shows. That's what we're going to do in a moment, but I got to talk about this. It's like Sam Darnold's now injured for what, 3 to 4 weeks? He's gone?
I think, at least 4.
Isn't it funny how they want Cam Newton now? It's like, you didn't want me before, but now you want me. It's kind of stupid, isn't it? Like if you think about it from Cam's perspective.
And it's a whole new like coaching system and everything. So I don't think any of them really, I'm sure some of the players played with Cam, but I don't know if any of the coaches really did.
Right. We're going to have to see how he does. It's redemption time for Cam Newton.
Yep.
All right, let's dive into the matchups here. We record this Thursday morning. So first, God, I don't even care tonight about this game, but we got the Dolphins and the Ravens here.
Boring.
It's boring. Like honestly, like I'm not even gonna watch it. Like I might tune in, just check the score. I mean, Dolphins 7.5 point underdog at home. 46.5 is the over under. Lamar versus Jacoby Brissett. Tua, he's always banged up. What's going on with Tua? Have you got the update?
I can't remember if Tua is dealing with ribs or like a finger. I know he had rib
always
injuries.
Something. I lose track.
It's always,
Who cares?
Always.
Who cares? He sucks.
He came back and then like now he's dealing with something else. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. I thought it was something. I heard that they're going to try to like warm him up pre-game to see if he's ready to go. But from my understanding, it's all Jacoby Brissett tonight, which honestly, he may even be better than Tua at this point. Like,
does it really matter what Tua has?
No. I'm trying to look right now, but
I'm trying to look it up too. Like there's so
fractured middle finger.
Something like that. Yeah, I thought that was something like that. Either way, like who cares? Either way, Lamar is going to win this one. Unless the Dolphins are at home. I mean, it's like they got to win. They're 2-7, but maybe they'll keep it close with Jacoby. He knows how to manage games sometimes, right? He's not phenomenal, but he can get it done.
I've always liked Jacoby. I mean, he did okay when he was with the Colts. I feel like he's always kind of put in a bad situation, but I really like Jacoby, and I feel like he'll give him a chance to win. He always keeps it pretty competitive.
All right, let's just move on to the Sunday games. A game I'm looking forward to because I've got some Carson Wentz cards. I know you're not a Carson Wentz fan, but you got to give credit where credit's due. He's been doing okay, and enough so that he's a 10.5 point favorite here in a divisional game, which I think it's a pretty high spread considering, Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksons. I think they won last week. Did they not? They pulled one out of their ass a week or two ago. So it's
they beat the Bills.
Yeah. So
I mean, a 2-game win streak right now.
that's where betting is kind of weird, because you're like, okay, they beat the Bills, so theoretically they're one of the best teams in the NFL, but they're not. And now they're slated as a 10.5 point underdog to the Colts when you beat the Bills. Theoretically, they should be the favorite here. And that's where the bet makers know, they know what's up, that was a fluke game.
Definitely a fluke game. But now you still got an AFC South matchup. Jags coming off a 2-game win streak, so maybe something can pop off here. Maybe they can get something rolling. But the Colts, they have been looking good. So
I think it'd be tighter than people think, simply just because it's a divisional game. They play each other hard. Jacksonville's got some momentum. 10.5 point spread. I'm almost tempted to take Jacksonville here. It's really tempting. So I'm going to say Jacksonville to cover the spread, Colts to win in a tight game that's going to go down to the wire. Again, I could be wrong. Carson Wentz could come in and light it up. Trevor could come in. I don't think Trevor's going to, he hasn't lit it up yet, really. So I'm not really expecting that. But
he's a rookie. I feel like Carson Wentz, he's just so hot, cold every game. He'll do great, and then he makes like one major mistake. You're like, what the heck was he even thinking on that play?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
He just throws it away sometimes,
I'm taking Michael Pittman all the way. Colts are going to win this for sure, but I just need Carson Wentz to actually do good so Michael Pittman can get me some points.
All right, let's move on here. At home, Washington football team 2-6 versus Tampa 6-2. 51 points is the over-under. Obviously, Vegas think it's going to be a high-scoring game. 9.5 point favorite for the Bucs. I mean, I think it's a easy walk away here for the Bucs.
Yeah, should be. And if I'm remembering correctly, are the Buccaneers coming off a loss?
I have to go back.
Yeah,
I think they are. Sounds right. I think they are.
Yeah, so they had a bye week this last week, and then I think they lost before that. So they're going to come back with a vengeance.
They lost the Saints 27-36. Saints won 36-27 actually.
Yeah, the Simeon, right? So yeah, so they're going to come back with a vengeance, ready to play, feast on this vulnerable Washington defense that was expected to be really good, but
very big disappointment.
Very big disappointment for them. Going to be easy dub for the Bucs.
Did you hear what Arians said? I think there was a discussion about possibly getting Odell. They're like, we already have an AB. We don't need an OBJ.
Yeah, he goes, I already have too many letters on the team.
Something like that. Exactly. So that is translation for I've already got a diva. I don't need another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's what I think everybody was getting. I was reading
he keeps it real. It's pretty funny.
I like that. And I agree. I wouldn't want Odell, and I don't want either one of these guys, but
right.
I like me. I like those I like the Najee Harrises, those really tough work ethic guys. And I'm not saying these guys don't have work ethic, but what I'm saying is they've got that diva side to them, and that kind of bothers me a little bit. I don't know.
Drama. Just draw drama to them, and it's annoying.
So yeah, Bucs win this one, probably over 9.5. I would think. I'm comfortable taking that spread, but hey, crazier things have happened. So. I mean, the Jags beat the Bills, so crazier things have happened, right?
But you also got to remember, Heineke almost beat Brady and the Bucs last year in the playoffs. So maybe they come out and do it again and keep it close. You never know.
Yeah, who knows? All right, Cowboys and the Cowboys at home, 8.5 point favorite. They lost last week, tough loss against the Falcons, who've been pretty good. I don't want to say amazing, but Cordell Patterson, pleasant surprise for fantasy football. Love the guy. 55 points is the over-under here. High scoring affair is what we're going to have here. 4-4. I think that the Falcons need this game more. They're 4-4. They need this win. They're on the road. I think they cover that 8.5. I mean, Cowboys again are angry too. They're angry.
Yeah, I feel like it should be closer. Falcons always kind of, I feel like, manage to keep it close, but they are, they have a tendency to lose games.
Cowboys lost to Denver 30-16. That wasn't pleasant, man.
No, it wasn't. And they're going to have to step it up. The Cowboys were like one of the best looking offenses in the league until last week. So I know something's got to change. And the Falcons, they've been kind of hot lately, haven't they? So they're going to come ready to play. Kyle Pitts is going to be probably ready to feast after a couple down weeks.
What do you think of Ridley? Do you think he comes back? What's your guess? I'm going to guess he comes back later in the season.
Maybe later in the season, but his fantasy relevance for this year is over.
No, that's been done a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I hope he's okay. But yeah, always taking care of your health is way more important than a football game. But
for sure,
he's not I don't know if he comes back this season. I don't think he'll be relevant. They're doing just fine without him.
Yeah. All right, let's move on here. Let's talk about the next matchup. And again, I'm going to go with Falcons covering the spread.
Yeah,
Cowboys could win that game because they're angry. Patriots and the Browns. Browns 5-4. Patriots 5-4. I'm surprised the Patriots are 5-4 with that new offense, right?
I'm not surprised at all.
How so?
Because I had New England before the season started. I had said they had the second best, debatably the first best, I guess I'm trying to find my words, off season with their additions and everything that they've done. I had them as one of the best off seasons in football. And I'm not really surprised to see them doing well. They had
Matt Jones, young quarterback, that's
I'm not surprised though. I really am not. Like they had a sluggish start, which I was actually surprised with, but
Right.
they've kind of been doing okay lately. Mac Jones been competing. I think they'll easily, what is that, a 2.5 point spread?
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a close game, closer than people think.
Patriots favored. 45.5 is the over-under here.
I don't know if I would favorite the Patriots, though. That's a tough one.
Yeah, this is a coin toss game. It's a coin toss game.
You gotta remember Cleveland, guys. They're without 2 running backs. They're without Chubb and Hunt, so make sure you're not starting them.
Isn't Chubb back? Wasn't he back? And then he got the vid. He got the vid.
Yeah, he's got the vid now. Now you've got Dearness Johnson, so you might want to think about starting him.
For sure. Yeah, that's gonna be a close one. I can't even call this one because these two teams have just been,
Yeah.
If I had to go with it, whenever you're torn, don't you just typically just lean towards the home game?
Who's at home here?
Patriots.
Man, Foxborough.
That's tough.
That's a tough one.
I don't bet on these type of games. I just don't. If it comes to a coin toss, you're literally throwing. But then again, last week was a lock. You thought Buffalo. Well, we talked about this. Buffalo was a guaranteed win over Jacksonville. Look what happened, right? So you never know, man. Any given Sunday.
Yeah, God, this is gonna be. I'm kind of excited to watch this one.
What makes football so difficult is it's like if in a boxing match, one guy's a favorite, you can kind of say that guy could beat that guy up, right?
Yeah.
With football, there's just so many moving parts. You've got the defense, you got the offense. Coach could have a bad game. You got the quarterback could have a bad game. Receiver could drop a ball. There's a fumble, right?
It's a team game, yeah.
And decisions made on inches. It's a game of inches, right? So that could sway the momentum of the game. There's just so many elements to football. It's crazy. So yeah, I would probably go here if I had to go. Let's go with the home team here.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep it close. Home team sounds good with me, but I don't know.
All right, moving on here. Tennessee Titans, which is a weird offense. No Derrick Henry now. Peterson came in. I think he scored a touchdown there. That's how desperate you are. You got to go to Peterson. He's just not the same Peterson, obviously, from like 2012. But
yeah, so I actually, when I was talking with Josina yesterday, she just had him as a guest on her show, and he was talking about like he's been ready. He's been training every single day. He's happy that he had the chance to be spending more time with family this season, since he wasn't signed. But he's like, he said his agent called him and he's like, how do you feel about Tennessee? He's like, am I going to the Titans? He goes, if you want. He goes, the offer's on the table. He's like, heck yeah, let's do it. And first game there, I guess he scored a touchdown, and good for him. But yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting just to hear him talk and discuss his process of signing there.
Yeah, it's just once they're downhill, it's like you're not going to I don't expect much.
Yeah, what is he, like 35, 36, something like that? So.
Yeah, he's up there. I don't even know the age. Sounds about right.
But I don't know. They've been doing okay without Derrick Henry, to be honest. So
yeah. But yeah, and they're a 3-point favorite here at home versus Trevor Siemian. I believe he is going to be starting there for the Saints. 44 points. I guess they're, Vegas pegs this thing as something that's going to be lower scoring. I'm going to go Tennessee wins this one just based on experience, better record, at home. I'm going Tennessee.
I'm really not high on the Tennessee Titans, but I'm going to take them too.
Perfect. All right, this matchup I'm looking forward to. 0-8 Detroit versus Steelers. And you know why I'm looking forward to this? It's clearly because I'm a big Deontay Najee owner. Najee, one of the most consistent running backs in the game. Knock on wood. I was right.
Mhm.
Remember we talked about this? You were like, Najee, I'm scared in the first round. And a
On a
lot of people,
rookie, yeah.
yeah, for sure. I don't blame you, but I was all in on him, and it turned out pretty good so far. 8.5-point favorite are the Steelers at home. They got to wipe. But again, this could be one of those games where Detroit comes out, they're 0-8 and they're due, and it's a big upset. But I doubt it. I think the Steelers trample them here.
I'll tell you what, I feel like the Lions are like looking worse as the season goes. They started
Yeah.
off like Jared Goff was looking all right there. And it's like it really wasn't his fault they were losing because he was playing pretty decent like the first 2 or 3 games, and then they've just gone downhill every week. I'm definitely taking the Steelers. I don't really have confidence in Big Ben.
Yeah.
I think he's a better option than what their backups are, but
Detroit's coming off a bye week. The week prior, they were blown out 44-6 by the Eagles. I'm just trying to see how bad they've been losing. 28-19 by the Rams. So they kind of kept it close with the Rams, and then got blown out by the Bengals 34-11. So like some of these matches are, well, I mean, there was a close one with Minnesota. They lost, 19-17. But most of these guys, they're kind of blowouts. They're not even keeping it close. The Bears 24-14. Yeah, they're not keeping it close. So they're just a terrible team this year. They got to
they
work on a
really
lot of things.
are. Like, I just feel like they're getting worse. And I mean, I'm not surprised that it was a close game against the Vikings because somehow they always manage to go into overtime and lose or win. So I'm taking Steelers all the way. Najee, I expect another great game.
Wild.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson. I'm not really sure. I don't have him on any of my teams. I wasn't able to grab him. So I haven't really been keeping up with him. How's he doing?
Who's this? Najee?
Deontay Johnson.
Deontay Johnson's good, consistent. I don't think he got a touchdown last game, but he's getting the receptions, getting some yardage, putting up 15, 20-point games. So he's as consistent as they come. He's the wide receiver one there.
Good.
No problems and issues there, especially with Juju gone. But Pat Freiermuth is getting all of the touchdowns. So a guy that I mentioned to make sure you stash in the 16-round draft solution. He was a long shot, but he was a guy I said, hey, grab him. And sure enough, he's come alive here with Juju.
What's
being
wrong
gone.
with Juju?
Juju's been gone. Remember, he got hurt months ago or weeks ago.
It shows you how much I pay attention to Juju. Dude, I stay away from him always.
Yeah, Juju. What was the Juju? I think it was like a shoulder. It was an arm.
Yeah.
I think it was an arm injury. It was a shoulder injury. I think he had surgery. Yeah, it's not.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You know that.
If he's gone, then yeah, Deontay Johnson is a must.
All right, let's move on here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Steelers by a mile. Kyler Murray, I think he's back. He was banged up a little bit. I think he's good to go this week. And then against PJ Walker, who I think is getting the start for Carolina.
Yes.
Cardinals are 10.5-point favorite. Now, as far as I know, a Panther can eat a Cardinal, can't they? If you were to go,
Panthers
in reality.
are so bad, man. I was actually a fan of Sam Darnold when they started off 3-0. I was like, man, Sam Darnold's like looking good. I think somehow they changed up the play calling, or they made it to where he's less comfortable, but they need to go back to the roots of what they were doing the first 3 games. Letting Sam Darnold be comfortable and ball out the way he was wanting to, and it was working. But since then, absolutely awful. Now Sam Darnold's out. PJ Walker's he's the starting QB there.
And then CMC's been back. How did he do last week? I didn't even look. They only put up 6 points.
I think he got I'm going to say at least 15 points last week.
Well, he had 14 rushes, 52 yards, 3.7 yards per carry, and no touchdowns. So 52 yards, nothing special. His attempts are not bad at 15. Like to see more as a CMC owner. I'm not a CMC owner, but
yeah, but they might be trying to wean him back in too. That was his first week back.
Yeah.
Against the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's going to be
and a different starting quarterback and PJ Walker. They might be handing it off more, so CMC could definitely get more work.
Well, I think Arizona has their way with the Panthers in this one, especially being at home. So
yeah, that's going to be no problem for them.
And this is the biggest spread of the week at 10.5, I believe, right?
No, the Bills actually have the biggest spread.
Oh, did I miss? Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, I overlooked that one. So we got to go back and talk about that one in a second. Bills Jets. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Cardinals. So yeah, let's go to that one real
Cardinals.
quick here. Yeah, Bills 12.5-point favorite. How dare you? You guys lost. How are you a 12.5-point
I
favorite?
don't know.
You know,
And
like,
Mike White is starting at QB. He was exciting to watch. I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie.
I think they keep it close. I think they're at home. They're going to surprise people. Mike White, and then you've got Michael Carter getting it going.
Yep.
Elijah Moore finally get going. A guy told you to stash on your benches for fantasy. I
Mhm.
think they keep it tight. I think there's some momentum here with the Jets. Not to go far in the playoffs. It's a divisional game as well. I think 12.5 is really high.
It is. The Bills coming off that really awful upset. Jets starting Mike White, who just comes out slinging it. Seems like a tough guy. I think he wanted to go back in the game the week he was hurt, and they were
Yeah.
like, let's just keep him out. Um, I mean, I'm gonna take the Bills. I expect them to win this, but I'm kind of rooting for the underdog Jets here.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I
I hear
think
you.
Denzel Mims is banged up too, so Elijah Moore could possibly see some more targets anyways.
All right, let's move on here. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jets to cover, Bills to win. Chargers here at home, 3.5-point favorite over the Vikings, 53 points over under. Justin Herbert finally, bounces back last week with a fantasy game, good fantasy performance
Yeah.
versus Kirk Cousins, 3-5 versus 5-3 Chargers. Chargers should have their way here. And then Dalvin Cook, let's talk about the off-field issues. Is he gonna even play this game? I think he will.
Gosh. Yeah, he's active. They haven't like ruled any suspensions or anything yet, so until they do, until the like NFL actually jumps in with the investigation and declares a suspension, I assume he's going to be starting every game.
Let's talk about that. Dalvin Cook, I think from what I understand, 2020 met this girl, or how many years ago was he? I don't know. They met on the beach. I don't know all the details, but in 2020, there's an allegation that he struck her, hurt her, this and that. But then there's a video surfacing of basically him talking to her, and I guess he's held at gunpoint, or she wanted to pull a gun on him or something like that. But there's no face. They're not in the video. You can't tell who it
There's
is.
a video?
There's a video. You haven't seen it yet?
No, I only saw like direct Instagram DMs messages between the two.
It's just a video, and to my understanding, it's like she's kind of like not holding him hostage, but she's kind of like threatening him with a gun or something like that. I saw it briefly, but again, he's not in the video. Like, he's in the video, but you can't see his face. It's just a voiceover, right? But you kind of see their lower part of their body, and then there's pictures of her. There's a text of them going back and him apologizing. I posted on my Insta. It's like for striking her. Like, what do you believe here? Either way, it's a toxic relationship one way or another.
Yeah,
She's claiming domestic, and but here's the weird thing. It's like, if she was hurt a year ago, why wouldn't she file a police report? All of a sudden now it's a civil. I think it's a civil thing. I don't get any of this stuff. They always go civil with this. They don't say, if you were assaulted and hurt, you should be going to the police immediately and saying, I got
right.
struck, I'm hurt, I'm battered, I'm bruised. This
It's
isn't
so tough, man. Like, I feel like
yeah.
in every situation like this, the women always come out later and say, I was hurt. Here's the pictures. Here's the proof. I'm like,
Is the
why do you
money
wait?
grab? It's like, what is this? Is this real? Did this happen? Is it
I don't
hearsay?
know. I don't
Nobody
like
knows.
it's so frustrating. But I know Dalvin Cook and his lawyer are saying that like he
He's
is
the
the victim
victim.
in this situation, and they say the truth is gonna come out. He's not I don't know. He doesn't sound worried. He goes, this will work out in court in my
How
favor.
do you
Like,
explain the bruising and stuff? Did she do that to herself? Like, who
so
knows?
okay, what I read was that she came into his home, held him at gunpoint or something, and he like grabbed her arm, flipped her over a couch, and smacked her on the table like a living room
Wow,
coffee table.
WWE style there.
Yeah,
Oh
something
my
like that's what
goodness.
I read. Because like that, I think that's what she said. He flipped me over and like smacked my face on a coffee table, but he's like, well, that was self-defense because this crazy girl was holding me at gunpoint or something. So
Man, oh man. I mean, just a disaster. I mean, it's almost like I was reading this meme. It's like football players just should not have any relationships at this point because they're always being held accountable, or there's a butt massage somewhere. No
yeah.
massages, no nothing. Like no
A butt
massage.
massage. Yeah.
Deshaun Watson. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. Just so much drama off field. It's unbelievable. So yeah, it is what it is.
Well, it's a funny to me. The thing is like you're always saying, stay away from Cook because he's always going to miss games, and now he could be suspended soon. So like
Could be,
he's
yeah.
definitely going to miss games.
Man, it doesn't help anything. All right,
No.
let's move on here. I think the Chargers win that. What do you think? Yeah?
Chargers should win it. No problem.
All right, let's move on to your team. Packers 3.5-point favorite
Woo, woo.
versus Russell Wilson. I think Wilson's back against Jordan Love. What's
Yes.
going on with Rodgers? Rodgers playing? Is he still suspended? Do you know?
Rodgers can be activated Saturday, I believe. So Rodgers is expected to start Sunday.
Okay.
Matt LaFleur has come out and said, Aaron Rodgers, if he can play Sunday, he's playing Sunday. He didn't need to practice this week. He's the kind of guy he'll go in there. Like just because he missed this whole week of football, don't expect him to be benched. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go Green Bay if Aaron Rodgers plays. A lot of drama with that as well. I'm just a freedom of choice kind of person. It is what it is. I don't want to get into that one. Let's move on. I'm gonna go Packers to win this one.
Packers all the way.
Broncos versus the Eagles. My Jalen Hurts card not doing too well now, simply because they're losing, and they had a close loss last time they played. I hope they beat the Broncos, and I hope they start making a bit of a run here because I want to sell those cards off at a high profit, but Jalen Hurts is looking good. The team just can't pull it together.
Well, I've said this since they won the fluke Super Bowl. I mean, that they shouldn't have won, but they did.
No.
But everyone thought they were the next dynasty, and I was like, you are so freaking wrong.
No.
They're not a well-coached team. Even with Jalen Hurts playing pretty well, I really hope. I'm kind of loving the Broncos defense. I really like what they're doing. I want to take the Broncos here. I know you need Jalen Hurts to do well.
I'm going to go Eagles. Well. You know why.
I know why, but I'm taking the Broncos here.
All right, let's go here to the Sunday nighter, and we've got a good one. We've got 5-4 Chiefs versus 5-3 Raiders. Raiders at home, 2.5-point underdog versus the Chiefs. 51.5 is the over/under. High scoring affair. I got Renfro in fantasy. He's been doing great. Again, I'm going to go here. Yeah, it's tough. I'm
not a fan of either team.
Me neither. Divisional, man. Divisional. It's going to be tight.
I'd really rather the Raiders win. I like to see the Chiefs lose right now.
Me too. I'm not a Chiefs fan at all.
I'm not. And I'm like closer. They're probably like the closest home team I have. But like I'm just not a fan of the Chiefs and Mahomes. I'm like, people were saying after his like second year saying he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm like, dude, has to do this for 10 plus years to show he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. So,
well, he lost.
Yeah, exactly. I think everyone is adjusting to the Chiefs' game plans. They took him a while, but they're figuring it out. It's always an adjustment, and he's struggling a lot.
Yes,
that's proving it. So I'm going to take the Raiders just because I don't like the Chiefs.
I'm going to go Raiders too. I just don't. I was thinking Mahomes, but I want them to lose too. I kind of like the juggernaut to go down. I like the big, the big guys to go down. And
unless it's the Packers, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but Chiefs have been touted and promoted as like the team, right? So to beat. So I kind of like the underdog a little bit. I'm going to go Raiders here as well.
Raiders, yeah. I like to see the Chiefs below 500. I want them to stay that way.
Me too. All right, final matchup. And again, I'm not pulling out the popcorn for this one, but 3-5 49ers at home, 4-point underdog. 49.5 is 49 is the over-under versus the Rams, who are sitting at 7-2. Stafford, Garoppolo. I mean, do I really care about this game? Not really. I've got no fantasy relevance other than Cooper Kupp. It doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah. The only thing exciting to me is the Rams offense, which honestly isn't as exciting as I thought it would be. Not saying like they're not playing well. Cooper Kupp is tearing it up, number one wide receiver in fantasy.
Yeah.
But I thought they would be taking more and more deep shots, I don't know. I think they cut Deshaun Jackson. They lost their stretch the field guy. I think they're trying to utilize Van Jefferson as that guy. But
yeah, he's been solid when he plays. He just doesn't get the volume that he deserves.
He doesn't, and he deserves it. But you got to think, you got Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson. And I really like Robert Woods and his play style. I think Woods needs to be on another team. Otherwise, because he's not getting the production that he should.
Yeah. Well, that's it, guys. Those are the matchups here. We're trying to catch up on some news, notes, injuries, all that fun stuff for you, getting you prepared for NFL Week 10. And I like this talk. I like having this discussion. People like to listen. We're here to lay it out and talk about the trending issues. More and more, Tanner, as we get more evolved. We want to do more of a talk show again and just talk more about those issues and deep dive, kind of how we went off a little bit on the Cook thing. And I want to
Yeah.
branch that out and then promote that as well on platforms to drive more people to come in and listen to the talk.
Man,
So,
I love anything talking football, NFL, sports, really. I just love to chat. So I am always down for that.
all right, guys, make sure you subscribe, follow Tanner, link below to his Instagram, subscribe, leave a thumbs up, comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the matchups, and get your shampoo from manscaped.com. Use promo code ShowerLion. All right, guys, we'll talk soon. We're out.